It appears that my 2002 Nissan Pathfinder has a headlight out on the driver's side, so today we're going to be upgrading that to a brighter set of LEDs, and I'm also going to be showing you how to replace the fog lamp bulbs. For the headlights, I'm going to be using this LED kit by Headlight, and then for the fog lamp bulbs, I'm going to replace the standard halogen ones with this extreme yellow set by Hella. First step to access the bulbs is to pull back on this insulation and remove the electrical connector on the back side of the bulb. It just slides right off, there's no lock. Once you have the connector disconnected, you can then remove the rubber insulation from the back side of the housing. Next step is to unhook the retaining clip that's holding the bulb in place, and then you can pull it out. The same exact process applies to the other side. Here's a closer look at the back side of the headlight housing so you have a better idea what the socket looks like. The retaining clip just swings back and forth on one side and hooks on the other. And for the fog lights, you need a ratchet with a 10mm, a trim tool, or a flathead screwdriver if you don't have one. In order to gain access to the fog lamp housings, we need to start by removing these insert panels, which just pry right off from the bottom. Once you have the panels removed, you can then remove the two 10mm bolts, securing the fog lamp housing to the bumper. Disconnect the wire connector from the socket and twist the socket counterclockwise in order to remove it from the housing. The fog lamp bulbs are secured to the housing exactly how the headlights are. You just have to unhook the clip from one side, then you can pull the bulb out. Just disconnect the power wire from the socket and the bulb is fully removed. Then the same exact process applies to the other side. Whenever you're working with halogen bulbs, do your best not to touch the glass portion with your fingertips. It just helps them last longer. Start by inserting the bulb flat into the housing, and then you can secure it in place with the retaining clip. You can then connect the power wire back into the socket and reinstall the socket into the housing and turn it clockwise to lock it in place. Then the same exact process applies to the other housing. And as far as the LED headlight upgrade, the process for the installation is very different from a standard halogen replacement since the bulbs are designed very differently. You'll notice that the LED bulbs have these huge heat sink and are much bulkier with additional components like the socket adapter, which you need to remove and install ahead of time. Then you install the rubber insulation back into the housing, and then you can insert the LED bulb and twist lock it in place. The bulbs also have an inline load resistor, which you can secure in place with either a zip tie or double-sided tape, which is provided with a kit. Start by installing the socket adapter into the headlight housing and secure it in place with the retaining clip that was previously holding the halogen bulb. Once you have it in place, you can then install the rubber insulator. Insert the LED bulb into the socket adapter and twist it clockwise to lock it in place. Unfortunately, I didn't have a nice flat surface on this side of the car to mount the resistor onto, so I ended up just tucking it off to the side and securing it in place with a zip tie. The same exact process applies to the other side, though on this side I was actually able to mount the resistor onto the core support. Once you have the resistor fully secured, you can then plug it into the 3-pin connector. And we're all set. But while I'm at it, I might as well remove some of this hazing from the headlight housings using some Scratch Doctor. That is definitely a lot brighter than stock. And the housings are pretty clear just after some hand polish. The fog lamps are nice and deep yellow. The front end just looks so much better. Alright guys, if you enjoyed today's video or found it helpful in any way, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you like this kind of content, want to keep up with some of my projects, consider subscribing to this channel. But this is going to be it for today. Thank you for watching.